You may have heard rumors, quiet whispers in the coin-collecting world about a British coin that could be worth $1 million. Yes, a coin that seems so small, so ordinary, that it might just be hiding in your pocket change or resting silently in an old jar at your grandparents' house. What if I told you that the 1938 British 1 penny is at the center of some of those conversations? Some say it's just a basic bronze coin from the past, but others believe that a rare variety or minting error could make this humble penny shockingly valuable. Could this be the $1 million sleeper coin everyone's been overlooking? Or is it just another relic of history with modest value? Don't jump to conclusions just yet, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so mysterious, so sought after, and maybe, just maybe, so incredibly valuable. Let's begin with the basics, because even ordinary things can hide extraordinary secrets. The 1938 British 1 penny coin isn't just another bronze piece of metal. It's a powerful symbol of pre-World War II Britain, carrying the legacy of a king who never wanted to be king. This coin was struck during the reign of King George VI, a man who took the crown after one of the most dramatic events in modern British history, the abdication of his brother, Edward VIII. As war loomed over Europe, the United Kingdom needed strength, unity, and stability, and coins like this one circulated through the hands of people living through some of the most uncertain times in history. On the obverse side, or the heads of the coin, we see a proud and youthful portrait of King George VI, facing left. Around his head is the inscription in Latin: Georgiv 6d, G, Br, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, imp. This translates to, George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The power and reach of the British Empire is carved into every letter. Flip the coin over to the reverse, and you'll be greeted by the iconic image of Britannia, the female embodiment of the nation. She sits regally on a rock, holding her trident in one hand and a Union shield in the other. A lighthouse can be seen faintly in the background, a subtle yet artistic detail. The words, 1 penny, curve above, and the year 1938 is etched below. Now, you're probably wondering, what exactly makes this coin potentially worth a fortune? Let's explore that by starting with some hard facts. The Royal Mint produced approximately 34.8 million of these coins in 1938. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly 35 million. That's a huge number. So, in average circulated condition, this coin is generally considered common. But as any experienced collector will tell you, mintage numbers don't tell the whole story. It's not just about how many were made, it's about how many survived in pristine condition, and whether any errors or proof versions exist. Let's talk about value by condition, because this is where things get very interesting. If you're holding a 1938 1 penny that's been circulated, meaning it's been used in everyday transactions and has visible wear, then its value is modest. These coins typically sell for between 50 cents and $2 depending on how much detail remains. A nice piece of history, yes, but not life-changing. But step it up to the extremely fine or XF grade, and things change. These coins show much more detail. King George's hair is visible, Britannia's gown shows its folds, and there's minimal surface wear. In this grade, the coin could sell for $3 to $10 or more depending on the market and the demand at that moment. Now, let's crank it up a notch. Uncirculated coins. These are coins that have never seen everyday use. They were carefully preserved, untouched by time, showing full original mint luster. These coins are much rarer than circulated versions, and collectors are often willing to pay $15, $30, even $60 or more, particularly if they are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with a rating of MS63 or higher. And now, the crown jewel, proof coins. Proofs were not released to the public in large numbers. They were special issues, often created for collectors, dignitaries, or museum archives. A 1938 British 1 penny proof coin is an absolute treasure, sharper detail, mirror-like surfaces, and undeniable eye appeal. A verified proof coin from 1938 can sell for $100 or more, and in some cases, much higher, especially if it's in pristine condition or has been off the market for years. But we're not done yet. What if you found a rare mint error? Now we're talking serious money. Coins with errors, double-struck features, off-center strikes, missing elements, or even a wrong planchet mistake, can command staggering prices depending on rarity and collector interest. A 1938 penny with a unique or previously unknown error could potentially break records. There are instances in the coin world where one-off mint errors have sold for thousands, and some are rumored to fetch prices close to six figures if the conditions are just right. So, could a 1938 British 1 penny be worth $1 million? In today's market, no regular specimen has reached that level. But, and this is important, the coin world is full of surprises. A newly discovered mint error, a historically significant variant, or even a media-fueled buying frenzy could catapult a coin's value far beyond expectations. Think it can't happen? Just ask the collectors who discovered once-forgotten coins selling for tens or hundreds of thousands simply because of timing, rarity, and condition. And this is why people are still talking. Because you never truly know what's out there. You never know which coin in your drawer could become the next headline. And the 1938 penny? It has just enough mystery, just enough history, and just enough room for surprise to keep it on every serious collector's radar. Let's not forget the context. This coin was minted on the eve of World War II. The economy was recovering from the Great Depression, Britain was preparing for possible conflict, and the people were bracing for change. That means this coin circulated through a world far different from ours. It could have been part of a soldier's last meal before shipping off. It might have sat in the pocket of a child during their first day of school under the looming shadow of war. This isn't just bronze, it's a frozen moment in time. Even more, this coin is part of the pre-decimal currency system that ended in 1971. After that, the UK moved to a decimal system, retiring coins like this forever. That alone gives it historic appeal. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of a system that no longer exists. Now, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your possession, here's what you should do. 1. Examine the condition carefully. Look at both sides under natural light. 2. Check for errors. Look closely at the date, the lettering, the edges, and both portraits. 3. Weigh it. The correct weight is 9.45 grams. If yours is off significantly, it might be an error or foreign planchet strike. 4. Consider getting it graded by a professional service if it looks uncirculated or unique. 5. Do some research. Compare your coin with known listings and past auction results. You might just be holding something more valuable than you imagined. Let's summarize it. The 1938 British 1 penny may not be rare in the traditional sense, but it carries something more valuable: history, curiosity, and potential. From wartime Britain to modern collectors' hands, this humble penny has traveled through decades. And whether it's worth a few bucks or a few hundred, or if one day a rare variety turns up that takes the world by storm, it remains one of the most charming pieces of pre-decimal coinage. So the next time you come across an old penny, don't ignore it. Look closely. Because that little disc could be more than just a coin, it could be a hidden treasure.